This is my FZ8S 2011. Today we're gonna go for a test ride on it. So the FZ8S is not very tall, I would say. Most of my feet can be planted on the floor flat, so it builds a lot of confidence when riding. So the bike starts instantly, which is good. So did we put our cash card in? Yes, we did. Okay, so let's go for a ride. I would say that this bike is pretty stock. Most of the add-on are mainly protective purpose, so like the radiator guard, the exhaust guard, etc. So you can be assured that the stock bike are the most reliable in terms of maintenance and performance, long-term performance. So one thing I realized on this FZ8S is that the clutch is very easy to compress. So it doesn't need a lot of strength to hold it, especially when you're doing all the half clutch. It makes it easy on your hand, which is a good thing. Not most of the class 2 bikes are quite stiff. The weight of the bike is 217 kilo. So it's pretty standard on a class 2 bike. I would consider it heavy for a bike in general. But once it starts moving, it's pretty nimble. Okay, it's easy to control. So, and it's also very stable on high speed. You feel that the bike is pretty planted. You don't feel a lot of vibration or you skidding through the air, which gives you a lot of confidence in terms of high speed riding. We also look at the voltmeter, which is charging the battery. So it proves that the battery and the magnetic coil and stuff are all working. So if you rev, it should also increase. So it's about 13.5 to 13.7, somewhere there just now. Okay, now we try the speed. So now it's gear 2, gear 3, on 4 RPM, 65, gear 4, gear 5, and now gear 6. So on gear 6, RPM 4000, you basically can hit about 90 kilometers per hour. That's pretty much the top speed of the Singapore road. The other part of the handling is also about the comfort of riding this FZ8S. So it's a street bike, so it has a pretty upright position. So it allows you to ride for a fairly long distance before you start feeling tired. It's not like a sporty bike that you need to bend forward and then where you need to a lot of core muscle strength and also your wrist holding on to your weight. The suspension of the bike is a little bit soft by default. So what I have done is the front fork, I have actually increased the hardness of the oil. So I changed the fork oil. And the rear suspension, the Monoshock, I have actually increased the preset setting. So I think by default it's 5, now it's 7. So it gives you a firmer feeling of riding the bike instead of bouncing around. I would say it depends, depending on your riding style. If you are bringing this bike to the track, then the suspension will not be stiff enough. If you are doing touring with a lot of load, then the suspension is a little bit too soft for it. For day-to-day ride, it's definitely good enough. It's sufficient. So if you are bringing for touring with a lot of load with you, then probably to stiffen up the preload adjustment or the front fork oil to ensure the firmness of the suspension before you are good to go. The brake on this FZ8S is definitely sufficient from your day-to-day ride. It has a twin disc front brake, 4-piston caliper. So if you power and then if you jam it, so it's pretty strong. So I would say that the brake is more than sufficient for your day-to-day ride. Power. This bike has about 100 horsepower, 82 Newton meters of torque, but however the machine, the FZ8 is pretty gentle on the throttle. The power band is very consistent I would say, that when you are driving the throttle, it doesn't give you a surge of power which is uncontrollable. So it just delivers in a very constant curve. So it's very comforting, not intimidating, especially for the new guys who just upgraded from a smaller machine to a bigger machine. So this is very easy to control, very tame. Fuel consumption. So this guy can drink about 1 liter of fuel in every 20 kilometer traveled. So I would say that it's pretty economical for a class 2 bike. So it has a 17 liter tank, 3 liter reserve. So the blinker light will start blinking probably about, I think, another 10 kilometers. So this is what I have tracked. So this is about 264 kilometers now, and it's still not in reserve yet. So I would say that it's pretty decent. I ride on an average of about 3 to 4 RPM, sometimes 5 for a little bit of fun. So that's my riding style, and I'm able to clock about 20 kilometers per liter on this bike. The FZ8 is very similar to any inline 4 Japanese bike. So it has a 3 liter of engine oil, 4 spark plug, 1 air filter, 1 oil filter, and then your fluid, your coolant, your brake fluid, your fork oil, and your chain lube, etc. So we calculated based on 20,000 kilometers traveled a year, and all your season parking, your road tax, and all is about $2,000 a year to maintain a FZ8 regular Japanese bike. So of course it depends on make and model. Some are more expensive because of the uniqueness, the parts that are harder to find or cost more to ship in. So if you want to know how I do my calculation, it's listed at the bottom of the description on the video. Okay, this is the end of our test ride on my FZ8. So if you have any question that I did not cover in this video, or you wish to find out, you can always drop a comment below, and I will try to reply you whenever I'm available. So thank you. See you again on my next video.